Hey everybody, this is Rap the News and it is going down. It is war time. Something is happening. And you say, Rap the News, you're just saying that, but I'm not just saying that. We're going to put the pieces of the puzzle together today. We're going to start out with Matthew 24:20, and then we're going to get into what's happening. It states, "Pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day." We just reached the winter, and things is getting ugly as hell. We got Russian officials that dares Britain to send ships through disputed Kerch Strait. They said, if you send your ships through this area, we will blow you out of the water. We'll start a war. Iran supposedly just shot at U.S. warships entering the Persian Gulf. Something ain't wrong. We got wars and rumors of wars, crack-a-lacking, it's going down. U.S. is pulling out of Syria. That's weird. U.S. is pulling out of Syria. There was gung-ho about Syria, now you're pulling out? You was just threatening Assad, saying that if you use chemical weapons, we ain't backing down. Now you're pulling out? What happens when a big fight is finna take place in a room and you have children there? You're gonna pull your kids out of there, ain't you? So they don't get hurt, huh? Wonder why America is pulling out of Syria. Something is going down in that region, people. Iran war, because you have the synagogue of Satan, the false Israel over there, saying that, they want a piece of Iran right now. You got Russia at Crimea's border with military, and NATO is backing Crimea, supposedly. This is all in the news, people. You got U.S. General James Mattis resigning on Thursday as Defense Secretary. Why? Watch, with this president, hasn't more people quit? You would think this would happen with the black president, right? Hasn't more people quit? Ain't the White House in disarray? Is this not the most chaotic, crazy crap we have ever seen in life? And you going with this? This is madness, right? Trump abruptly abandoning the Kurds, leaving them to die, right? Supposedly, as soon as he abandoned them, they're going to get wiped out by the Turks, I guess, and pulling thousands of troops out of Afghanistan. You sure is pulling out. I guess you don't want nobody to get pregnant, huh? Wow. You're doing a lot of pulling out. And then the Civil Defense Secretary, James Mattis, resigns on Thursday. Something wrong, people. U.S. and China refuses to back down over South China Sea. They still going at it. Any is too many. Supposedly, the three frogs, which are demons, is supposed to go into the kings of the world to get them to battle. And guess what God said to you Gentiles? You're not going to get out of it. You cannot. He told you to prepare for war. If you are Gentile, then you need to be stocking up some food and ammunition, says the Bible. And, hopefully, I don't believe 100% I'm Gentile, but hopefully I ain't them. Hopefully. And I'm not looking down on anybody or, exalting in any type of way with any type of stupid pride. I don't have any. But I'm just glad that I don't believe for a single fact that I'm a Gentile. Anyway, U.S. stocks get slaughtered, y'all. Worst December since 1930. 401s, will go to zero. They predicting. Right? Russia is a busybody, ain't they? They're moving missiles and warship in Azov Sea and having nuclear prep drills. They was just over there in, what is that, Venezuela? With all their warplanes trying to prevent the U.S. from starting a war there. They in Mexico trying to prevent the U.S. from starting a war there. I was just checking out Mexico's tanks and weaponry and stuff like that. Mexico is heavily freaking armed, and Mexico is getting help from Russia, from what's that, North Korea, and all of them other places. I wonder where they secretly get a nuke. Because if you actually wanted to off the USA, be friends with Mexico. Mexico already got a problem with USA for treating them like second-class citizens, right? 2 + 2 is 4, huh? Homeland Security, I warned last week, warned us to stock up 6 months of food supply and water for some big power outage thing that might be going on or crack-a-lacking. Never have ever I've seen anything like this. And other nations now is joined in on this. You got China is testing nuclear submarine missiles they swear can hit U.S. anywhere. Any place in the U.S. they can hit it. And multiple people have had dreams about a sub popping up out of the water and nuclear weapons is striking America.
My father, who's in heaven now, okay, 10 years ago, he went to heaven, but suddenly my father appeared in my dream, and I haven't had a dream of him, okay, and I don't think much since then. But suddenly there was my father, very strong, very right in my face, and I'm going to tell you, he worked for the Defense Department when I was little. So he said to me, he said, Gigi, if people don't have any idea how incredibly close this war is to breaking out. It was like, he made some expression with his hands like it's so close, it felt like when he said it, like it could happen today or tomorrow. I mean, it's like, it is so close, you have no idea. And most people have no idea. And it was like tangible, like you could touch it, it's so close.
The federal chairman, the Feds, Jay Powell, he speaks on interest rates hikes. And then, watch, Trump is saying, no, please, no, God, no, don't hike the interest rates. And then Third Phase of the Moon just put out a video about what's going on in LA, and they titled it Escape from LA. And then look how disgusting LA is. I mean, it's disgusting. When I was in Long Beach was getting just like this. All the businesses was going down. There were government agencies. I watched them go around Long Beach and see how many people was leaving and how many businesses was closing and how the level of poverty was going down to a third world country. And look at this, a third world country right here in America. It is disgusting to look at LA, and y'all ain't doing nothing about it. You talking about building a $36 billion damn wall or higher, and you got all your citizens sleeping on the streets, and you can take those billions and build up. That's why I keep saying that you're dealing with devils. And lastly, is anybody else sleeping a lot? You know, is your brain tired, or does anyone else feel dizzy or shaky? They say this is the symptoms of the new flu, this new flu. I just wondered how many people is feeling the symptoms. And then Ezekiel 38. You got all this war looming right here, right? And Ezekiel 38:8 says, after many days thou shalt be visited, in the latter years thou shalt come up into the land that is brought back from the sword. That's the captivity turned of the Hebrew, and is gathered out of many people against the mount of Israel, which is Zion, which have been always a waste, but is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. So captivity will be over. And so the rule of the Gentile will be over at this time. This hasn't happened yet, and this is supposed to happen before this war breaks out, which lets me know God is getting ready to do something. We're just looking at the signs here, people. And they said, they shall ascend and come like a storm. Right? Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. And listen to that woman's dream. And do you know how many people is dreaming that? That there's so many warplanes in the sky that it's almost like a cloud to cover the land. It's like thousands and thousands of warplanes in there, hundreds of thousands of warplanes. They never seen the likes of anything like that. He said, and all thy bands and many people with thee. Everybody is coming to try to destroy Israel in the end. Not the synagogue of Satan Israel, but the real Israel that's brought back from the sword. You know. And then we have 7 more days to 2019, so this countdown begins. And people say something ain't happening when we filming 3 suns in the sky, right? We filming planets all over the place at the horizon. You know, we filming burning things in the sky. Meteors is falling every damn where. Asteroids is passing us by. You know. Is the government, and this is what's in my mind, just waiting for God to make his move for his people? Like, once God come in, like he said with a roar, get his people, rain down some brimstones and take them to Mount Zion. Is the government ready? Is they just waiting for that moment for all hell to break loose? So they can, you know, go on their rampage of killing Christians and everybody else that they supposed to be killing. You know, the, what they call that? I forgot the name of it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Not the rapture, but after the rapture. Why can't I think of that? That's the Satan. Anyway, let's wait and see until then. Get some gas masks, people. They on eBay. You ain't gonna be able to breathe. I was watching that woman choke in the California fires, and if war breaks out and all this fire and things rain down, you ain't gonna be able to breathe. If you're gonna be here, get some gas masks. You can find them for $7 and stuff like that, you know, on eBay. Get something so you can breathe. Get some cartridges so you can change them out. Get some food and some water, people. We in for a rocky time. Let's wrap the news.